Hey everybody, Adventures in Pop Culture, special Alabama editions continuing.
Oh yeah.
I'm Jason, Will's childhood best friend.
I'm William.
Here,
I tried to the Goof Troop movie.
Here, this is my brother-in-law Josh, and we got a real treat today. Josh has
Josh Adams.
a big collection of vintage country music magazines inherited from his grandmother. We're going to go through some of this stuff, talk some good Alabama country music memories, because it's still number one in Alabama. I don't know what's taken over in Nebraska.
Shockingly, me and Jeff aren't the biggest country music fans, so this is a nice change. Country music is awesome, and we are just not big covers of it, but this is a great opportunity to get into some of it.
And I don't question Jason's taste. When I met him, his favorite was Ryan Adams. I assume that's...
It's still Bryan Adams. Did you say
Bryan
Ryan
Adams.
Bryan Adams is way too pretentious. Bryan Adams is where it's at.
Bryan Adams is the favorite.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves soundtrack, Everything I Do It For You. Still the greatest song ever written.
That was his jam.
Yeah.
And Meatloaf.
And
You were
Meatloaf.
a big Meatloaf
I was
fan.
a big Meatloaf mark for sure. Yeah. Those songs are still great. Ryan Adams.
That's not the best music.
I'm not a hipster doofus like you. Ryan Adams. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go through some of this stuff because these are really, really cool. I'll start.
Yeah.
This is Country Weekly from '99. Tim and Faith, country's hottest couple, still going strong on the CMAs last night in 2017.
They look so different.
Younger, and that's the big '90s. I don't know what this haircut was called, but that was
The
thing
Rachel kind of.
for a while.
A little better than the Rachel.
These are all much like your comic books. These have great ads and just stuff that brings back the nostalgia. Benadryl ad.
Did I say a crossword? I love a good
What
crossword.
doesn't say childhood like Benadryl?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put me to
crossword.
sleep quite often.
What you got, Josh?
I've got Mr. George Jones, and it's a miracle I'm still alive. Back when he had his car accident, hit a bridge in Nashville, Tennessee. It talks about his life and just gives little short stories about the man and how he lived his life on a day-to-day basis.
Weren't you saying there's also a story of him crashing a lawnmower?
Well, I don't have that one, but
there is a story.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
There is a story. Him and his first wife, Tammy Wynette, got into a fight. She took all the keys from him, and he wanted to go to the bar. So,
It's a great story.
so he sees his John Deere riding lawnmower out there and gets the keys to it and gets on the highway with it and drives down the highway. Well, people passing him, blowing the horn. Hey, George, how you doing? He's waving at people. Went to the bootlegger, got him a case of beer, strapped it to the hood of the John Deere tractor, lawnmower, drove back home, and, proceeded to get drunk.
Tell me what you do when you buy a case of beer on the right lawnmower.
But it was a long way to the bootlegger and everything, and he said, well, she's not going to stop me. I see an opportunity to get more alcohol, and I'm going to do it. So he took off, and that was it. But on this day, it was kind of terrible. He was talking to his daughter and on a cell phone and swerved his Mercedes-Benz SUV into a bridge abutment, and they kind of had to cut him out and didn't expect him to live. And the album Choices CD that had just came out, he was actually listening to the uncut version in his radio CD player at the time, and they took him out and everything, put him in the hospital and treated him, and he got better. And also he later on in life, he done a lot more for country music than what most people think. He even at one point in time would give money to people, like on the side of the highway walking. He'd pick them up, give them a ride. He bought a brand new pickup one time, and there's a man picked him up, said he didn't have no money. George Jones left with $20,000 in his pocket and bought a brand new pickup back then in the 70s for like $3,800. Gave the man the rest of the money, and kept $20 just to get gas to get back to Nashville, Tennessee home. That's how good this man was.
Wow.
That's along those lines. What Jason's got there ties in perfectly.
Welcome to the
Yes.
George Jones concert. Now, this would have been from June 4th, 1993. And yeah, so this was a benefit for the Vina and Red Bay Rescue Squads.
Yes.
So it looks like he was.
Vina,
Vina.
Alabama.
It's a
Vina.
metropolis. I don't want to
Yeah.
misrepresent.
Oh, yeah.
Vina's
How,
like
how
two-
dare
two-
I? How
200
dare I?
people.
But yeah, along those lines, it looks like he did a really lot for the communities around here.
And I also brought along these lines with country music. We were up in January in Nebraska visiting the LaPlants and went to Canesville. And they have a ton of cool magazines. And they had these country song roundups. And what it was back in the day, this is just lyrics to the country songs that were out at the time. So, you know, you couldn't Google search what's all the words to your favorite song. And they would send these out. And they would have some articles in them. But a lot of it is just lyrics. And my favorite thing about these at Canesville is, this is May 1983, Ricky Skaggs. I'm almost positive Ricky Skaggs is a long lost plant. I mean, look,
That looks like good.
Yeah, yes.
Could be.
This was just a mustache.
could be.
That does, yeah. I can't deny that. What else we got here? Country Weekly. This one features the Dixie Chicks. What year would this have been?
Let me see.
1999. Was this before they got in all the trouble? Or around that time?
I believe it was around that time. It even talks about, you know, it says sporty shirts. This was real big in the 90s.
That was big in the
Sports
90s.
shirts.
Even bled into the country music scene.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You know, everybody had to have those. And here's the man, loud and proud and still working the crowd, Mr. Randall Hank Williams Jr. on here. And, you know, everybody knows his rough and rowdy past. And, you know, these cars on here, these trucks and advertising is just so awesome.
That's great stuff.
Yeah, like the Bose Entertainment CD player.
That used to be the biggest
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
was
the
if
dream.
you did
Yeah.
not have this, it was like the record players. If you do not have this in your house,
Mm-hmm.
you was, you know, missing out on a lot.
That thing was like, wasn't they used to ask you like $1,000 for that
Yes,
thing when that
yes.
thing that came out? Like, that was just a
It was
peak of
just,
sound.
yes,
Yeah.
it was just.
What else we got here?
Here we got from 99 as well, John Michael Montgomery on the cover of Country Weekly. And this ties in last night, the CMA Awards. They did a tribute to Troy Gentry
Yes.
of Montgomery Gentry that passed away in a helicopter accident this year. And John Michael's brother, Eddie Montgomery, was the other half of Montgomery Gentry. So we watched the CMAs this morning, recorded them last night, watching this morning. I don't think that Jason knew a single person that were on the CMAs.
No, I
he
did
just
not.
kept saying,
No, well, I just saw
who's
that.
this guy? Who's this guy? So they're doing a big emotional tribute to Troy Gentry, and I'm fighting back tears. And Jason's going,
Imagine
who
that.
is
Will
this?
Stoll's fighting back here. The man who cried to the Goofy movie.
Strong men also cry. How, this is crazy, look. How to make your computer as easy to use as your telephone.
Wow, that's funny.
Imagine these days,
Yeah.
we have computers in our pockets.
That's crazy. Here's one before they were stars. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kind of going through these a little quicker, just to look to the pile. Man, it's just crazy how quickly things turn. Because this is 1999. A lot of these, and man, and it's just crazy. Just in the course of say 18 years, how different things look. It's just not even that big a period of time.
This is a profile of Lee Greenwood.
I don't know who that is.
Lee Greenwood sang God Bless the USA.
Yes, man, come
And
on.
the recent controversy
I
with
feel like a
him
communist
is,
right now.
recent controversy with Lee Greenwood is Donald Trump tweeted Lee Greenwood to thank him for making such a beautiful song for the country.
Oh,
And it turns out it was the wrong Lee Greenwood on Twitter. It was just some guy named Lee
I didn't know
Greenwood.
that's funny.
Terrible.
Oh, that's something. We got Faith Hill.
The kiss that changed my life. Now, when were you with her, Josh?
And you guys stop me if you want, but I'm just kind of going through this a little bit quicker. Who is this gentleman?
This is Doug Stone.
Doug Stone. We got a sweet picture of Garth Brooks
Garth
on the back.
Brooks on the
90s
back.
Garth Brooks.
Right here we've got the top 100 country songs of all time.
I'd like to see that. That's cool.
All right, quick fire question. What are your guys' top? Each of you give me your top 3 country songs of all time.
Oh man,
That's hard to pick.
I need gut reactions. I need quick answers.
I love Silver Wings by Merle Haggard
Okay.
and Yabba Dabba Doo, The King Is Gone, and So Are You by George Jones,
Okay.
and Poncho and Lefty by Merlin Willie.
I feel
Just
like
off the
I
top
should be
of my
listening to
head.
all of those. Nice. Wow.
yeah, it's
It's a tough question.
a tough question. Like I said, which George Jones had a song called "He Stopped Loving Her Today."
I know that song.
You know, and it's even subscribed across his tombstone. Right now, "He Stopped Loving Her Today," which was one of the biggest songs of his career. And he didn't want to cut that song because he said, "I don't. It's too love sappy. It'll never make a hit," and it has.
Even I know it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Mr. Hank Williams Jr. made one in the '70s called "The Last Love Song."
Okay. I don't know if I know that one.
And it's a great song, and you know, and of course, Mr. Merle Haggard, "Mama Tried."
Nice.
You know,
So those would be your 3.
those would be my 3.
Those are good picks.
Yeah.
Yours I know more than Will's. I'm more familiar.
This is great. This is the Dixie Chicks with Picks. And we had country music is really huge in Alabama.
What?
And, we used to do themed dress-up parties for a New Year's Eve party, and one year the theme was to dress as your favorite country music star. So me and my 2 brothers dressed in drag, and we came to the party as the Chixie Dicks.
There you go.
That is great.
This one is Country America Dynamic Duos, the country music and duos. George Jones, Tammy Wynette, Waylon and Willie, and then you've got Brooks and Dunn, and Conway and Loretta.
Were they
and
a
the
couple?
Judds.
Or just like a
They,
duo?
they were a singing couple.
Just singing couple, okay.
Yeah. And here's what I was talking about. The Ford pickup, you know,
I love those old ads.
from the 90s. Awesome little, you know, you get these ads. You know, here's more. The rules have changed. It says so in the rule book. You know. You know. There's also some cigarette ads in here too that they don't do anymore.
Yeah, you can't even do cigarette
I
ads
know.
anymore.
I know.
Not even in magazines now.
I don't think so.
I've never
crazy.
saw them since I think around 2000.
There's an ad for a Mark McGuire commemorative baseball play.
That's
What
awesome.
do you
yeah.
think that's worth?
Now?
Yeah.
How much was it worth then?
$35.
Now it's worth about 35 cents.
Yeah, because it all.
The baseball market just isn't what it used to be. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that has not appreciated well, which is crazy. Like baseball cards, you can't give away.
So this is the souvenir issue from Fanfare. Fanfare is a gigantic deal in Nashville. They have booths. All the artists are there, and fans come from all over the place. And you meet the artists, and they have.
They
like,
did a King of the Hill
special
episode about that.
about Fanfare. It's
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
a huge deal.
I love that episode of King of
That's
the
when
Hill.
supposedly when country music singer Randy Travis stole Peggy Hill's song.
Yeah, that's a great episode.
That's great.
Yeah. I
And
love
they
King of
ended
the
up
Hill.
sinking his RV.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
We haven't got to Jason's top 3 country songs of all time.
Oh, check yes or no.
one.
Third Rock from the Sun,
That's a great song.
and I'm Gonna Love You Forever. Mine aren't very good.
No, those are all
I like
great
those
songs.
three. Mine are all from the '90s. Those are all like around that same time period.
That's
when
my
Mama's in the
favorite.
country.
Early 90s
Yeah.
country. That's my
Yeah,
favorite.
those would be my
And
three.
even Joe Diffie came down 4th of July over here to Sloss Lake, called the Pont Pond, Russellville.
Yeah,
He done a concert over here 4th of July. Really awesome guy.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go through the rest of these covers.
Yeah, okay. Now right here, this one is also, it says the year in 1999. It shows, it shows a little bit, it shows the George Jones car crash. And it also shows Tim and Faith, the top actors' biggest stories and hottest items. It says here that George Strait was the man that year at $32 million.
That's still a lot of money. That's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
1993, Alabama, rare interviews with country supergroups. Alabama was gigantic. They may be a country music's first platinum artist.
Oh yeah.
They were so huge in the 80s, they just, came out of nowhere. and for the time, really had what would not be considered a rock and roll sound now, but for the time, it was a big deal in country music to have some of the sounds that they had.
Got Reba McEntire. Our older brother Joe, one of his favorite artists is Reba McEntire. Yeah, big Reba fan. We got Trisha.
Also, lady Trisha.
They're not married anymore?
Trisha,
no, they are
still
still
together,
married.
yeah.
Okay.
They were talking at the CMA Awards last night. Let's just put it that way.
All right. Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we ending on?
Now that I think it may be it's more of a country music magazine, but the cover so happened got torn. But this is really cool here. You could
Country music.
Get credit cards back then with your favorite country music artist on them.
Travis Tritt credit card.
That's
How much
hot.
you want that?
Exactly. You know, Sam, who would not want
You
a
say,
Sammy
here's a
credit card?
quarter, call someone that cares, and
Yeah.
lay that credit card.
What's crazy is my Solly's, Lord knows what I pay for them. I would love to have those
Yeah.
old country music.
And
credit cards.
something else, Billy Ray Cyrus here. Was,
My mom was a
you know,
huge fan of Billy Ray Cyrus.
Lord,
but-
the Achy Breaky Heart song blew this country apart.
Oh yeah, it really did. We're
And,
still getting together after that.
yes.
Whoa. Yeah, that was fun. You guys,
That's a good run through of some country collectibles.
Oh, yeah.
And for our area,
Jeff, we're gonna start doing way more country music videos. I feel alive right now.
country music stuff is kind of cool to collect because people knock on country music. Country music is
Who? I would kill those
continually one of the biggest sellers in the United States. There were several years from like 95 to like 2005 where it was the most financially successful genre in all of music. So there's still tons of stuff out there. It's not usually like super overpriced. If you like the music, it is really cool to collect
Yeah, I
country
agree.
stuff.
That's some great stuff. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for being on this episode. Josh Adams, Will Stoltz. That guy did, in fact, drive to the Goofy movie.
Never let him live it down.
Why
Jason.
would I, Josh? Why would I? All right, let's bring it
Big
in.
country version.
Too
Too sweet.
Y'all have a nice day. Thanks.
Two brothers in Nebraska, pop culture's what they love. Join them as they talk about all of their cool stuff. Adventures in pop culture.